Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Mr. Morris, and I'm going to talk to you guys about writing your notes, your Cornell notes for your upcoming debate on economies. Now, let's pretend I've just reached into the sorting hat and I pulled out command economy. That is what I'm arguing for. So that is the one I want to prove is the best economy, command economy. But for this, doing this notes, I'm going to come up with a different reason. So you guys are going to be either pulling out what is produced, how is it produced, and for whom is the product for. That is not what I'm going to be discussing for obvious reasons, because I don't want you to copy me. So I'm going to be talking about what effect does the government have on production, which I have here from my question that I just completely came up with, completely separate. So you can't copy me. Oh, well. So I'm going to write command economy right here because this is the economy I'm arguing for. Then here, I'm going to put down my question. What effect does the government have on production? Okay, so I have my two things. Command economy, yes, I'm for that. And what am I arguing about? What effect the government has on production. I'm going to prove why that is better than the one I'm going to argue about, which I'll talk more about in a second. All right, next thing to do, get to my notes. So I'm going to go here and open up my note paper, and my packet is where I'm getting my information. Okay, so you can take your information directly from your packet. And that's going to be important because the better your notes, the better your research information is going to be. All right. From there, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to do even more, which you probably should, you are going to want to go here and go back into the actual PowerPoints if you want to draw the information from there. So I'm going to click on Command Economy. And when I do that, I'm going to come all the way up here, and Investotopia is where I get the source. So if you click on Investotopia, it's going to take you to the page, but I've taken the information from Investotopia and I put it into PowerPoint form because I'm very nice like that. So all these things you see here have come from Investopedia, and you are going to want to put that down as a source, Investopedia, if you're doing command economy. Then, if you go to the very last PowerPoint one, economy chart, okay, that has this on it. And you're going to want this because it has all this great information that you're going to need. What products are made, how are the products made, and who gets the products, which is what you're going to be arguing. That is going to come from West Seneca Central, which is another source. So I'm going to put those two things down for my sources. Investopedia.com and West Seneca Central as my two sources. Okay, let's get into the nuts and bolts. Who are we talking about? Consumers, right? Going off my notes, talking about consumers. What government effect on products being made? So government effects on products being made, I'm getting directly from my question. So if you had what products are made, your what would be products being made, okay? Where I put government factories, but I guess I could also put Russia or North Korea because that's where it talks about countries that have a command economy. I put government factories, but you know what? I'm also going to put Russia and I'm going to put North Korea because that also makes sense. All right, so from there, why? Well, back to my notes, right? Back to my notes. Why does the government do this? Well, to meet people's basic needs, no illicit products, production can change directions quickly, and all consumers have their needs met. How does this happen? Well, through human labor, automation, central government controls the making and distribution of all products for consumers. And when is this happening? Now. Okay, so I have my who, what, where, why, how, and when. Now I have to write my summary. First of all, I answer the question. What's the question? What effect does the government have on production? And I'm going to put, in a command economy, the government has a great effect on products that are made because it makes sure the consumer has basic needs met. I got that directly from here. To meet people's basic needs. And I'm going to be using the rest of this later, so listen. Now, No products are wasted. Just enough is made to meet the needs of the consumers. The products are made by the central government in factories by human labor and automated machines. The government makes sure the products being made can change direction quickly, leading to less waste and chaos in the market. The government is also in control of distributing the products to the people so everyone gets them. I just made command economy, what effect does government have on production, sound like a very good thing. This is my argument. And I've used these notes, and I went back and checked through my PowerPoint here, and I went and double checked here on this information to make sure everything looks good. And then the last thing I put on here, and you would be putting this in your paragraph anyway, I just thought I'd put it here. This is important. So this is your now. This is your opinion on what you just written. This is important because when the government is in charge of production of products, the consumer needs are met, and there is no waste for the consumer left without anything that they need to survive. This leads to no homeless people and no one's left behind. When I get my debate, I'm going to hit this over and over and over. No waste, no homeless, no one left behind. Minimum needs met. Government takes care of you like a parent. I'm going to hit that many times in my debate. So this is my summary on this question, right? Here are my sources because I got it from here, I got it from here, and I got it from here. I added this is important here because I'm going to plug this whole thing into, when I get my paragraph rolling, I just got to have a thesis. I'm going to plug this in and then plug in my negative and my conclusion, and I'm done. So my paper right now is literally a quarter done. Now I'm going to be going against mixed market. So I am now going to be fighting and debating against the mixed market economy, which we have here in America. So mixed market economy is the one I'm against. I'm going to type mixed market economy. I'm going to put my question here. Why does this what effect does the government have on production? Okay. I have these two things because now mixed market is from corporatefinanceinstitute.com, and we're still using West Seneca Central. All right, let's talk about what they got. Who? Consumers. What? Government effect on products. Where? Private business. You could also put United States. Forgot the T. Let's put the T in there. Okay. Why? Producers make what the consumers want. Limited government involvement, sometimes overproduction. Not everyone is getting basic needs met. This is important. I'm going to want to find the negatives. And when I go to my notes, I'm going to go to mixed market and go down to the negative and start grabbing the negative and putting it in my notes. Hey, in a mixed market economy, not everyone's basic needs are met. They are in command. Open job market is how. Innovation keeps producing products and evolving. Higher taxes to help regulate the products. That's a negative. So I got that from here in my negatives. So it found its way into my notes. When? Now. Now I need to write my summary. First thing we do for my negative is I answer the question. In a mixed market economy, the government is involved in a very limited capacity so that products being made are the products that the consumers want, not what they necessarily need. Basic needs aren't being met. There is limited government involvement in the process, which leads to higher taxes for consumers. This is not a good thing. The government raises taxes to meet the needs of their involvement. Sometimes overproduction leads to waste. This is not good. Private business makes the products in an open market. Innovation keeps the products evolving. Now I put my opinion on the end. This means that there is limited regulation as to how products get to the consumers in this market that are not getting basic needs met. This leads to homelessness and poverty in the consumer market, and some people are left behind in this model. Notice how I hit the negative. Left behind, needs not being met, homeless people, consumers, waste. That's what I'm going to be talking about when I refute whatever my opponent says, because I'm going to be going against mixed market, and that's what I'm going to be saying to them. People left behind, waste. People get their wants, but not their needs met. But here in command, needs are met, no homeless, no waste. That's important. So this is what I have now. And if you take a look at it, I am now going to turn in my note sheet to Mr. Morris, and my Cornell notes are full. My summaries are filled in. And all I now have to do is plug these two pieces into my paragraph. My paragraph is now about 80% done. I just now need a thesis and a conclusion sentence, and I'm done. This is the great way of taking notes. Cornell notes is so much easier because your paper's pretty much done. All right. Thanks for listening. Hope it helps. And if not, come talk to me. Thanks.